American lotus, Nelumbo lutea, is also sometimes called the yellow water lotus for its bright yellow blossoms. This plant is native to many different locations, including Lake County, where the chain of lakes offers a prosperous environment to grow. During the peak season of May to September, the yellow blossoms open during the morning to late afternoon. The American lotus can grow up to 6 feet tall, and its blossoms are 6 to 10 inches wide. During the height of the lotus beds, they covered an area of over 2,000 acres. Since time immemorial, indigenous people have called this area home and continue to call this area home today. They skillfully navigated through the many waterways in the area, such as the chain of lakes, and expertly carved birch bark canoes. The American lotus commonly grows near wild rice. Wild rice was, and still is today, an important food staple with medicinal and spiritual significance in many different indigenous nations of the Great Lakes region. Indigenous people here had, and continue to have, a reciprocal relationship with and respect for the land. Settlers who arrived to Lake County in the 1830s had a different relationship with the land. The establishment of summer resorts on the chain of lakes, the growing tourism industry, and the availability of railroad transportation all contributed to increased visitation to see the lotus beds. A marketing myth designed to attract tourists stated that a bird carried the plant seeds all the way from Egypt, but ultimately that was not true. Bess Dunn, the namesake of the museum, visited the lotus beds. Here Bess appears to be standing on the ground, but she's standing on a boat. Tourism of the lotus beds flourished during the 1880s to 1940s, and many visitors stayed at resorts in the chain of lakes which offered motorboat tours. Although it was likely unintentional, tourists contributed to the destruction of the lotus beds. Over time, the motorboats cut the plant's roots, and many visiting tourists overpicked the flowers. As the lotus beds started to decline in number, local individuals worked hard to try and save them. The Lake County Forest Preserves and others continue this work in the present day. Because of these efforts, lotus beds can still be seen in the chain of lakes today.